everybody, cruise ship time. Yes, it's the legend, my wonderful girlfriend Molly. We are going to show you all around the Celebrity Summit. In this video, we're going to show you all the ship has to offer, from the bars to the food to the lounges to the theater, the stateroom, everything there is to see here on the Celebrity Summit we're going to show you. And that's starting up here at really the heart and soul of any cruise ship, and that is the pool deck. And I really like the pool deck here. We're on a bit of a rainy day here in Nassau, Bahamas today, so obviously it's not as cool as it would normally be, but you've got different areas. I love pools like this that have the area where you can sit and put your feet in and have a drink without going in the actual pool, and they have that for you. I love this area here where you have all that's like the e-ticket chairs. If you're gonna get to and spend your day by the pool and you want to get some sun, this section here in the circle, those are really the chairs you want here aboard the Celebrity Summit. You've got 2 different pools, 4 hot tubs. Now, of course, if you're like me, you're a beverage plan person, you want to know, hey, legend, where are the bars? Well, your pool bar is going to be right over there in the back corner of the ship, and then that one's normally more crowded. Not as crowded is the mast bar, which is up top. Normally, walk up those stairs there, you'll find a lot less of a line, and that is how we're drinking a Captain and Coke, and Molly's nicely holding my mojito. Gotta get at least one mojito while on the cruise ship. And this is the pool area. I really like their pool area. It has not been overly busy. Now, we are on just a 2-night cruise. A lot of times the ship does longer cruises, but this is the pool area. It's wonderful. Let's go.
They have games too by the pool?
Yeah, so you can play, beanbag toss and things like that. And guys, let's go check out the rest of the Celebrity Summit. Also, great sign up here. If you're on the top level, the deck 11, they have a sign 7 laps equals 1 kilometer if you're from the UK, or 11 laps equals 1 mile if you're a kind of a fitness person and you want to take the running or walking track around the top of the ship here. Also by the pool is the Mass Grill here on level 10, and this is good for 2 reasons. One, they've got like a small bar with some wines and some beers, so if you want to get some wine or beer pretty quickly, come to this bar. Chances are there won't be a line, and you can get a beer and get your buzz on real quick. And then you've also got the Mass Grill, which comes to burgers and hot dogs and all that kind of stuff. So if you it's a good option if you have kids on board, as the buffet is not the most kid-friendly item, but here you can come and get hot dogs, hamburgers, and that kind of thing. So great option if you have kids, or if you want off-hours dining too. Like the buffet, I think, is closed right now, but you can come here down on the burger. Also, I love this. Over here in this corner is ping pong, which is great. So your ping pong is enclosed. It's not exposed to the elements, so you don't have to deal with wind while winning or losing at ping pong. Now, my favorite bar on board the ship is here on deck 4, and that is the Martini bar. It's wonderful. They've got like 15 to 20 specialty martinis. They're all about $12. They're included if you get the premium beverage plan, with the exception of one that's $15 or $14. I mean, look at all these martinis. There's so many martinis. And I'm a guy that likes martinis, especially on a cruise ship where I don't actually... A cruise ship beverage plan martini? Fantastic. There's tons of them. And to make it even better, one, they do like the kind of the flare show thing, which I'll show you in just a moment. And the bar itself is made out of ice, or has an ice top. If you've been to like a wild Arctic at a SeaWorld park, that kind of idea. I love the martini bar here, and I've had many a martini. And this will not be my last martini on the 2 days on the ship. This is also my favorite place to go to get your dessert drink, as they have 2 dessert martinis that are amazing. These are honestly probably my 2 favorite drinks on the entire ship is the banana split and the black forest. I'm not a fan of the Decadence Express just because I'm not an espresso or coffee guy, but these 2, like, that is the first place Molly and I come. If we're on a celebrity ship, we've got the beverage plan. After dinner, where do we go? Martini bar, get some dessert drinks, but even if they're non-dessert drinks, their dessert drinks are great, their non-dessert drinks are great, their flare show's great. I absolutely love the Martini bar. Up here on deck 12, in the back of the ship, it's really interesting because most of the time when you see a sports court on a cruise ship, it is a half-court basketball court and things like that. But not here on the Celebrity Summit. It is a full court, and it's kind of cool. I just shot around for about 20 minutes, and if you shoot this way, it's kind of like you're shooting into like an old factory, and it's really kind of unique. It's really kind of cool. They do kind of games up here sometimes. You want to do free play and shoot around, or free throw competitions, which was supposed to happen today. A bit bummed. It was supposed to happen like it was set on the time scale, like, hey, free throw competition 5 o'clock. Showed up at 5 o'clock. There was no competition here, so that's a bit of a bummer. But I mean, if you're in the mood to play full court basketball and or soccer, I'm guessing with the Nets they probably do soccer at some point. It's probably pretty neat. Also, it's very rare. Like, I kind of feel like this is underutilized space on the ship. Then you probably take some of this space, make it a half-court basketball court and sports court, and then with the other half do a better job with. But here's the sports court on the summit. Up in the back of the ship on deck 12 is the rooftop terrace. And this is their outdoor kind of movie theater area. So they have their big funnel vision kind of screen and all these amazing chairs and sofas and reclining stuff to watch the film in. So it's a really awesome space. I love this space on the ship. I know, like, tonight, I think it's at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, they're going to play Spider-Man. 6 o'clock, they're going to play Spider-Man. We come up here, watch a little bit of Spider-Man, watch the sunset, and it's going to be beautiful, right? Super excited for that. But I love this back of the ship. One problem, there's no bar up here on deck 12, so you need to go downstairs. And there's no stairs on this side. There's stairs over there on that side, on the starboard side, that are very, very steep stairs, and those will take you down to the ocean view bar by the buffet. Another view from the back of the ship here on deck 12. You know, there's a walkway behind the sofas that has like substantial room to go out and watch your ship like sail out of a port. Like, we're sailing out of Nassau right now, so you can look up in the distance, and the Norwegian Escape is right behind us. You can see another cruise ship. You can see the city and the wonderful Atlantis attraction over there. Like, it's one of those simple joys of cruising, and I think they do a good job with it. Now, shopping's a big thing on Celebrity Cruise Ship, and we are not big shoppers, but if you want to, there's your art gallery. Over here on 5 is your cruise next desk, and then you've got everything with your fine dining jewelry, not fine dining, but your fine jewelry to your normal like celebrity logo shops, to things like that, your watches and everything. There's a liquor store down there. That's where we are headed right now. Not because your Ray-Bans, your watches, your ladies' stores. We bought a ship ornament in the logo store, and now oh, there it is. Yep, that's one thing we have. Like, that is our one go-to on every cruise ship, is we buy a ship ornament, and now we have a whole bunch of them hanging on one of our Christmas trees. But we are going to head over to the liquor store, because the duty-free liquor, you normally get like 4 bottles. Like, it depends on your liquor taste, but like for us, you get like 4 big bottles of Bacardi, Captain Morgan kind of stuff for $40, and that's a really good deal. And that is, we take those, we go drink in the hot tub in our house. That's what we do. Now, you might think like, oh, you have a hot tub in your house, you're rich. Probably not. We have a townhouse. Hot tub barely works. So, but we're gonna buy booze for that hot tub in the shopping district of the Celebrity Summit. And this is the Celebrity Theater, a wonderful, very, very large theater. Now, we're about to sit down for our second show of our 2-night cruise. And the first time we saw a show called Life, which is a singing and dancing show. Not my favorite thing in the world. There was no sets, there was no plot line, there was no storyline. So not my favorite thing. But the theater itself, it's a wonderful theater. It's very large, multi-leveled. And I love any theater that has drink holders. And they have a rooming wait staff. We're about to see some comedy, so I want to shut up real quick before the comedy goes on. But the theater itself is really nice. Here we go. Right now we're coming at you from the main dining room. Just want to show you what we got for our dinner out here on night number 2. I got a pork loin, which looks fantastic. And then look at Molly's flank steak. I also just had a fantastic appetizer. Like, I've been on 15 cruises, and that's probably, out of all those cruises, my second favorite appetizer. So the food here in the main dining room, pretty strong. And I love that the bread service has 3 different types of spreads. So I just wanted to grab a little bit of a wider shot of the main dining room here. And it is a beautiful main dining room. Especially that we had anytime dining. But if you had early time dining, like the view you get from those floor to ceiling windows, fantastic, and it's very, very pretty. It is lunchtime here on the Celebrity Summit. Time to show off the Ocean View Cafe, which is the big buffet restaurant on board the ship. So at the very back of the buffet is where you will find my favorite thing to do for lunch. Over on the left side, that's going to be paninis and soups and sandwiches and things like that. That's not the side I like. This over here is the side I like. That is where you can get fresh cooked to order food like steaks, tilapia, chicken, and pork chops right off the grill. Like the steak, fresh made to order with some seasoning on it, amazing. Definitely for lunch, go over here. Guys, and there's the finished product. Check out that fresh made to order steak. I'm going to eat that real quick because it's hot right now. And then some of the other food we got here as well. This section of the buffet is the Mexican corner, where you get, what we like to do is nachos with cheese. It's like snacks and that kind of thing. They also do have a couple of soups, vegetable consomme. And then they got beef fajitas, chicken fajitas, a cheese sauce, chili con carne beef sauce, and then tortillas. Along with your other kind of fixings to make your tacos however you like them. There's a selection of deli meats as well as some cheeses and a large variety of bread and rolls and things like that. So if you want to make a sandwich or just have some bread, you got that. And then fruit. Gourmet entrees is one of your main sections of the buffet. There's actually two areas that have gourmet entrees. This is one of them. Again, you got your soups, and then you got mashed potatoes, steamed vegetables. It does have a Caribbean flair here, so you got a, I think it's a pork right there. It's a jerk pork. And then you got a fish dish, all with like that Caribbean Bahamas flair, fried plantains, black bean rice. Solid buffet so far. Over here you have a salad station, so if you're a salad fan, tons of fixings over there for you to go and salad yourself up with. Today for lunch, it's cupcake day. I'm a pretty big fan of cupcake days. They got a variety of cupcakes, which all look beautiful, laid out on all these tables. Very similar to like Molly Loves Cupcake Wars, and it's got a Cupcake Wars vibe, doesn't it?
It does, kind of, yeah.
A bit of a tip for you on the gourmet entree side on this side. So this is going to be the right side of the ship, the starboard side. This is where they have the carving station. So there's two different areas that feature gourmet entrees. We'll go to the starboard side, that's the better side, because that is where they have the carving station. Today you've got, I believe it's leg of lamb, and then some jerk chicken. The buffet don't stop. It's time for Asian delights. So this is what we got for lunch as far as Asian delights go. You've got vegetable consomme, roti, papadum, merg masala. So you do have some Indian-inspired entrees. And then as you keep going, you end up with more of your Japanese or traditional Asian entrees with pork adobo, noodles, fried rice, plain rice, that kind of thing. Then you've also got some cold salads over here. Here at the buffet is the pasta station, which I love. This is something you get fresh, made-to-order pasta with your choice of like any of these wild toppings. You get your choice of noodle. I love this. It's also something that tends to be open a little bit later. So this could be your drunk food on the ship. Is a big giant bowl of pasta, which will really, really help sober you up for the next day. At the same time, it's delicious. It gets made to order. And then you get to pick your type of sauce: Alfredo, marinara, bolognese, meatballs, and tomato sauce. It's awesome. I love that this is, and then it's open, I believe it's open for both lunch and dinner and late night. So definitely come over here. This is towards the back. And that's one thing I wanted to say about the buffet. You've got to walk all the way around the buffet. Yes, the gourmet entrees kind of area will repeat itself, but make sure you do a full lap to see everything that's offered here on the buffet on the summit. Big fan of this. Right as you walk into the Ocean View Cafe, you're met with a kind of a quick service bar. So if you want a beer or a wine while you're at the buffet, you can come get one real quick. But the buffet's actually really good. They have waiters to come around and ask if you want anything from the bar as well. So if you're a drinker, this is a pretty solid buffet for you. Here in the buffet is also, it's a lot of free drinks. So at any point of the day, if you want a free iced tea, fruit punch, pog juice, any kind of thing like that, you can come and get it here, as well as, your coffees or your teas. They actually have a very nice tea station as well. So this is, this is not something you have to pay for. And it's, you can come here all cruise while. I think this is 24 hours as far as if you need something to drink, that kind of thing. Or like for me, as a beverage plan guy, I like to, try and get a couple of fruit punches in me before the end of the night to help me sober up to drink more of the beverage plan tomorrow. Of course, course, it wouldn't be a cruise ship without a pizzeria. Towards the back of the buffet is the pizza area. And they got like 4 different types of pizzas. Some of them that change out daily, some of them that don't change out daily. Like today, there's a Hawaiian pizza. And it's a pretty tasty pizza, guys. Like, this is not your Pizza Rizzo Disney World pizza. This is some solid pizza.
They actually have good bread, too.
They have good bread? You're a bread person. Mm-hmm. So you've got some garlic bread and then some more like toasted seasoned bread over here. So last but certainly not least here at the buffet is the dessert ice cream station, where you've got chocolate, strawberry, no sugar strawberry, vanilla, pineapple sorbet, rum raisin, mango lime, and chocolate fresh scooped ice cream for you. No charge on this one, unlike the gelato downstairs, and a couple of cookies.
Sprinkles.
And you can't forget sprinkles. Sprinkles are very important. Or Jimmy's if you're from the Northeast. Of course, as a fan of the adult beverage, outside of the buffet, if you walk out, first of all, you have this lovely view. This is the Ocean View or Sunset Bar area. There's a lot of tables if you want to sit and watch the sunset. Like last night, this is where we watched our sunset from. Yeah. And they have a musician, like an acoustic guitar guy, and they've got a full-service giant bar. Lots of liquor. Unfortunately, no specialty drinks and no menus. It's a bit of a bummer. I always like when I have a beverage plan that they have a menu and I get to order some sort of wacky concoction that I would never order. That is not the case here at the Sunset Bar, but you can make up whatever kind of drink you want. They could totally do for you. And then this really has nothing to do with probably with your cruise on the Celebrity Summit, but I have to point this out because it is just nuts. Guys, check out those yachts. I mean, how bonkers is that? This yacht, this big gray one, not one, but 2 different helipads. Why on earth would your yacht need 2 different helipads? And then this guy, it's not there now, but they have both, like that hole right there has a whole speedboat in it. And then they had jet skis up front that we saw the people taking out. So, I mean, you know, that's the one cool thing about Nassau. You get the amazing Atlantis and Paradise Island, but you also get to see a whole bunch of other cruise ships. We're currently porched next to the Norwegian Escape, which looks like a wonderful cruise ship, and the Carnival Liberty, which is on that side, which you can't see. But if you click on the link above, you can see a whole tour of that ship video. We did that in December, but I had to show you guys those yachts. I mean, those yachts are ridiculous. So a bit of a pro tip here. If you're at the Ocean View Cafe, come towards the back a little bit more. And they have these areas that sort of jut out over the ocean, as you can see with that one there. And especially if you're at sea, like right now it's early dinner, and you could look down and boom, you could look down literally like there's a glass floor, like if you're at the CN Tower or something like that, where you look down 100 feet onto the ocean floor. It's, I wouldn't quite recommend this after a couple of drinks because it's super trippy. But I mean, it's such a cool and innovative feature. I mean, even just to sit like in this corner booth and have your view be nothing but the ocean. And then if you wanted to turn down and look at your feet, it's just shenanigans there. So this is a feature I really like. This is something we've seen on multiple celebrity ships. And that is outside of the Ocean View Cafe, the ship's buffet. They have a scrolling screen which shows you sort of like some of the marquee items that you could get during like lunch or dinner, whether it be today or tomorrow on the ship. And I really like that. So if you said like, oh, look at that. I don't want to go to the buffet for dinner, but I might want to come back because there's going to be an antipasta station. Things like that. Or, man, banana Foster's for dinner after my dining room dinner. That's fantastic. I like that they have this screen that informs the guest of what's going on in the buffet. In deck 12 and deck 13 forward, you have this really cool sun deck area. It's also doubles as sort of a quiet section of the ship. There's no music played over here, and it's a really great area if you're sailing into or out of a port, or if you just want to get some sun in the middle of the day and don't want to deal with maybe the music by the poolside or the crowd's poolside. This is a good area to come and hang out with, and a lot of room up here too. Like, part of me does not care for like underutilized space on cruise ships, which I could see this being. But also a lot of people would probably like the quietness as well. You got day beds and stuff too. That's always fun. On deck 5, it's home to the Gelateria. And that is the upcharged gelato restaurant. But come on now, how cool, how good does that look? It's also a big perk for being a return. It's a return cruiser. you do get one free scoop of gelato, which is our second celebrity cruise ever. The second in a couple months, and I was so excited. We are going to get our free scoop. Guys, there it is, our scoop of welcome back free gelato, and we're part of 5 different like cruise ship loyalty programs, and this is not actually a bad welcome back gift as far as they go. It's actually probably the second best one, only to the Disney, where you get like a free bag or something like that. And Molly's gonna taste test here. Strawberry,
really
good.
That is really, really good.
Banana.
Banana.
You put it in my mouth. They can't see my mouth, Molly. That's not how video works.
And how did that work?
It's very tasty, but you try some. Try some.
Banana.
It tastes really good. It would kill Drew the intern, as he can't have bananas.
It's very banana-y.
It's very banana-y.
Really, really good.
He'd be right there, like killed over, like Drew. If he had some of this, he'd be boom, dead right there. Love you, Drew.
Good. It's good.
It's not. How is that good? Drew's death would be good, or the banana ice cream is good.
Well, I would get the rest of the banana ice cream, so.
There you go, Drew. Miss you, pal. See you next week when we go to Disneyland. Well, on deck 5, time to check out Cellar Masters. So the major bar here on deck 5 is the Cellar Masters, and it's the strings duo plays behind me. This is your wine bar, and this is also your craft beer bar, as they have like, I'm not a wine person, so I don't know how many types of wine they have, but I do know that they have like probably 30 different beers, which is fantastic. They also have, you know, a number of liquors, so if you want a simple drink before you go into dinner, this is a good place to get that. But for me, like, I'm gonna go grab a beer, head to the shower, because like if I'm on a cruise and then I've got the beverage plan, I totally want a solid shower beer, and there is no better place for the shower beer than here at the Cellar Masters on deck 5. So another upcharge restaurant is Sushi on 5, which is your a la carte Asian restaurant. So it's kind of cool. I mean, I don't like paying more for my dishes on the cruise ship, but here's kind of the menu. If you do like that kind of thing, this might be for you. For me, I'm a main dining room, I'm a buffet, I'm a room service kind of guy. But the area they have for it's really, really neat. Quick glance here. We had an ocean view stateroom, and it's actually one of the larger staterooms you had at the sea. Big old bed. You get a I don't really know what it's not quite a love seat, but it's not like a single person chair. You get a big chair. Window is huge. As I'm showing off half of it, but it's a big window. Very kinky bedroom stuff. There's tons of mirrors. A solid-sized TV. I will say, if you're on the ship for 2 weeks, as it tends to do sometimes, not a ton of closet space. You know, a nice-sized bathroom. One thing I don't like how they have the shower curtain. I much prefer when they have like the shower door and things like that on the cruise ship. But overall, the stateroom here, pretty fantastic. Guys, here's the lobby and the grand atrium of the Celebrity Summit. It's cool. It's like it's very pretty. I love roller coasters, so it kind of feels like a roller coaster handrail going down the grand staircase. And it's just neat. Also, on deck 4 is Fortune's Casino. We can't film in the casino, but there is a casino on deck 4, and that is the main atrium lobby in all of its splendor. We're now up on deck 11, and we're going to take a look at the Revelations Lounge. It's been closed for private events for maybe half the cruise so far. Right now it's open, and it's nice because like this is an amazing view during the day. This is in the front of the boat, forward on deck 11, so you get this amazing view. A little overcast today, but this area doubles as the ship's nightclub. So in the evenings, I think it's what, like 10, it becomes a nightclub. They might have some like other kind of dance parties in here, but games and things like that. But big space, Wonderful space. You can see the bar over there in the corner. And we're here in the middle of the day, so they're playing some different activities. And I love this activity. They have archery tag, where you have to shoot arrows and try and get balls, floating balls off. And this is something we actually saw at IAPA. So right now I'm going to place in a clip of one of my favorite IAPA clips was like the guy shooting something off of Drew's head.
That way I don't hurt your pretty face.
Well, wasn't that hilarious? Anyway, here's some clips of me doing that. I love different things on a cruise ship. Like this is our 15th cruise, and I've never seen archery on a cruise. So it was fun, it was different, I enjoyed it. And I look forward, we did not really come up here. We came up here for like 2 minutes. I'm looking forward to coming up here tonight, grabbing a couple drinks in the nightclub kind of atmosphere.
And it's really pretty though.
Oh, it's
like,
wonderful.
It's amazing views.
Like if you're
on a sea day.
yeah, if you're on a sea day, would be fantastic. Or like sailing into a port or sailing out of a port if this is open. This is especially during inclement weather. Like today, it's kind of overcast, so here you get all the views with none of the rain. So on deck 11 is where you get your kids club. So you got the entrance to the X Club, which is actually a really cool space. I'm going to show you right now. And then also on deck 11, you have the Fun Factory, which we're not going to go into. That's the smaller kids club area in there. But anybody could come into the arcade, which is not one of the stronger parts of the Celebrity Summit here, as it is a very small, very dated arcade.
And very expensive.
Very expensive arcade. Like Smashing Drive is a super old game. So is Sega Fishing Challenge, and then things like that. You can play this Punt for Prizes game. But check out the price, guys. That game is $250. Like that's not worth it to win a bouncy ball. Over here in the man, that game looks super old. Is Trophy Hunting Bear and Moose. This is weird because Seawolf, while it's a good game, it's a ticket redemption game in an arcade that does not have ticket redemption machines. So that's kind of weird. Your best games are these two over here. Your Terminator Salvation and Justice League Heroes United. They're both pretty fun games. Not terribly overpriced. They are both $1.25. If you couldn't tell, I like arcades. But I don't mind Smashing Drive. Like Smashing Drive was a great game back in 2000 when it came out. And I did not pull that number out of my butt. 2000 is when this game came out. And then there's, more prize games too and things like that. What I find is kind of interesting is that Stacker, they actually have this. So if you win, you could win a Razor scooter, which were cool 20 years ago. You just have to bring it to a counter and redeem it. So 2 more things in the arcade. They got this weird dome, and it has like LED lights in it, but they were all turned off. Like if that was turned on, it would be really cool. And then I guess part of the decor of the arcade is showing off like these old, like look at this. That is a legit, I think that's a VCR. Is that a VCR?
Yes, that's a VCR.
It's a worldwide video VCR as part of their arcade in the tech cabinet. That is fantastic. Why would, this ship was made in 2001. Why is there a VCR?
You still have the
So here's the X Club up here on deck 12. This is the teen club we mentioned earlier. And you've got this whole Xbox kind of themed lounge, attic kind of area. And it's wonderful. I don't think we've seen any teens on this cruise ship, Molly, right?
No.
But if you were a teen, you get to walk up this awesome giant spiral staircase. I'm guessing there's more space down there as well. And then this attic area to come up and hang out with your bros and play video games or hit on ladies or whatever kids do nowadays. What do kids do nowadays? Is it Xbox?
Yeah.
If it's Xbox, Celebrity is okay. And board games. If kids are into celebrities, Xbox and board games. And duct tape? Well, that's a different kind of party, but they've still got you covered here on the Celebrity Summit. Deck 11 is home to Cuisine, which is the ship's the most fancy of the upcharge restaurants. We are not upcharge restaurant people normally, so we're not going to do this one, which I think is around $50. But if you're more of a fan of the upscale fancy food, this is where you would go. Also, I love the interior here with mismatched chairs and wacky upside down lamps. The interior feels very modern and very cool. So that's as far as cruise ships go, it's got a very neat look. As far as the food, don't know. We did not dine there. But if you're a fan of fine dining, this might be for you. So there's a lot of interesting art on board the Celebrity Summit. Like this one here in the boat, right near the entrance to the nightclub, is this big sculpture kind of thing that just says art. And I like it a lot because this ship, like if you walk in the hallways, if you go between the staircases, normally there's big pictures and stuff on most cruise ships. This one, there's like smaller sculptures, and there's a lot of sculptures all about the ship, which I find more interesting than paintings and portraits.
I like the floor-to-ceiling wall. Like
The windows?
Yeah, like the windows.
Yeah, I mean, you've got, 20 feet of windows right here.
It's really pretty.
Yeah, it's a cool space. And it's art. Out of all the art on the ship, this one is my favorite. It's this weird sculpture of a screaming Asian, I think it's like an Asian man in a stool kind of thing. It's weird.
He's having fun.
I'm not sure if he's having fun or he's in terrible amounts of pain or he's trying to poop. I don't know what's going on here, but this is my favorite piece of art on the entire ship. Outside the buffet, you find this like 5 feet tall piece of giant dressed woman art. Here's the Solarium area on board the Celebrity Summit, and this I think is a nice thing to have on board a ship because it gives you that guarantee, that insurance that if there's bad weather or it's windy or something like that, you could still go and go swimming or sit in the hot tub. You do have that kind of the indoor pool smell going on. Also in this area, it wasn't running while we were doing this because we recorded at night, but they have these really cool fountains that go in. There's also like this giant statue of a large woman. And there's also the Aqua Spa Cafe where you can go and get sort of your healthier food items if you come out of the spa. So a lot of salads and things like that. This is the Solarium area on board the Celebrity Summit. So here on deck 5 is Cafe El Baccio, which is their coffee. El Baccio. El Baccio. Yes. That's my Irish descent gets me. I have no idea how to say their name, but this is where you get your Starbucks or style coffee.
It's about the way you with your hands because it's Italian.
Exactly. And I don't do that as I'm a vlogger, and I don't want to show you my hands. I want to show you the stuff. And the stuff here is coffee, espresso, cappuccino, that kind of thing. But what I like, that stuff all costs money. But what doesn't cost money is over here in the snack case. And the snack case is fantastic. Guys, look at this. Every one of these looks amazing. Blueberry streusel pie. Raspberry cheesecake. Red velvet cake. Chocolate cake. Raspberry chiffon cake. Cake of the day. Eclair of the day. Like, oh, this looks amazing. Chocolate mousse, everything like that. This stuff here, everything in that case there, that's all free. You could eat that. No problem. Just come up and say like, hey, I want a cake. We'll give you a cake. You want a coffee? Coffee's gonna cost money. But cakes are free. Guys, coming at from Infusion. Infusion is they take the gelato bar and from 5:30 to 10:30. They turn it into like a fancy cocktail bar with all these fancy cocktails that they show off on the screen. They're all about $12, and they're all kind of like they take the liquor and they infuse it with a whole bunch of other things. And is it good? Is it bad? I'm not sure, but they look very, very fancy. And I'm pretty intrigued by this, guys. I'm pretty intrigued. It's also probably not the drink I should be having for drink number like 20, but I'm going to try it. And I love that it's something weird that this ship offers. So here are our beverages here at the Infusion Bar. I went the Spicy Los Cables, which is a spicy margarita, which I think is wonderful. I asked for a little bit less spicy than normal, so it has a zing, but not too much of a zing. Now, Molly, you got the Ultimate X.
Famous X.
Famous X, and how's your drink?
It's good. It will knock me down.
It's a what?
It will knock me down.
It might knock her down. Now, one thing, the drinks here are $15, so if you have the Ultimate Beverage line, it is going to cost you about $2. But I mean, it's kind of neat for like one drink on your cruise. So I'm the only one in here, so I don't feel weird doing this, but the common room bathrooms on the Celebrity Summit and Celebrity in general are fantastic. If you want to use real towels, they have real towels. Very nice, very clean, very pretty. So I've been on 6 different cruise lines now, And the one thing I like about Celebrity is I think they have the best chairs in the common area. Like, we are outside of the Sushi on 5, and just in a common, like, if you want to hang out, you can hang out in these chairs. Molly, go hang out on one of those chairs. Molly's carrying 4 bottles of liquor we just bought for $40. And now she's hanging out in one of them chairs. So not something that's specific to the Celebrity Summit, but one of the simple joys of cruising, I feel, is watching the sunset at the sea. And I mean, check that out, guys. Like, that is a fabulous sunset, right? Right? Awesome. And if that's not entertaining enough, I can turn around and watch Spider-Man. See, guys, from the back of the theater, these are some pretty steep stairs, which is scaring me because I've had like 12 drinks already today. I mean, 12's an honest, that's a happy side estimate. It's probably more along the lines of 16. But hold this, for the love of everything, hold on to the handrail while you're going down the stairs. Oh, there's a guitar guy playing. We're gonna go listen to the guitar guy. So there's 2 main banks of elevators here, and we're on one of them. This is the 4 elevator glass elevators. But I wanted to show this off because how terrifying would this be? This, I guess, must be for like maintenance or for window washing. Is this bucket kind of seat with the hand crank, and then you would kind of crank yourself down. Get ready for this, guys. Crank yourself down to clean the windows or perform maintenance all the way down 11 decks. Like, that would be so freaky. I'd be terrified. And that will do it for our tour of the Celebrity Summit. Overall, I had a really, really nice time on this 2-night cruise. It was a lot of fun. Some of the highlights for me was I loved the amount of activities that this ship had. Now, I'm not sure if this will be like this when you cruise on the Celebrity Summit, but when I was cruising on it during that 2-day cruise, there was always something to do and just a full schedule packed with tons of different activities. Like, I think on our second day on the cruise, there was like 6 or 7 different trivia games, and the archery was really different, and a whole bunch of different parties from, you know, a silent disco party to a Motown party to, there was actually a lot of music on board, which we didn't even get to see. There were like, 4 or 5 different musical acts. So for me, when I think of this cruise, the number one thing I'm going to think about is all the activities on board. Molly, what were your favorite parts about this tour, the cruise?
I did like the activities, like the silent disco is always a good time. For me, the thing that I'll think of is that made to order cooked steak that you have at the buffet. Choosing between steak, chicken, or pork. That is so unique and so different. So that's what I'll think of. I also enjoyed the comedian that we had. Yeah. His name was Troy something. I don't know. Troy. He was really funny.
Thurgill, like Troy Thurgill?
Yeah. And then the Martini bar. The Martini bar was really good too.
Yeah, I will say I do like the beverage plan and on the Celebrity Summit. As with Celebrity Cruise Lines, you're not limited like with some other cruise lines where they'll cap you off at 15 drinks. You could drink your face off, which probably should have capped myself off, and I did not. But you did. It adds that more relaxing feel where you don't have that thing in the back of your mind where you're like, oh no, I've only got 3 drinks to go. But Martini Bar was wonderful. I also like there was this a weird family channel on the Stateroom TV, which bounced between playing movies and like random TV shows. And I'm talking like seriously random TV shows. We saw like more modern movies. There was things like Captain Underpants, Trolls, Horton Hears a Who, and then some just random TV shows like Blue's Clues, Step by Step, and Sabrina the Teenage Witch. So that was pretty different. So that's my thoughts on the Celebrity Summit. I had a really good time. I think it was a very nice 2-night cruise. With it being an older ship, you did definitely feel the motion a lot. But I still had a wonderful, wonderful time. If you've got any questions about the Celebrity Summit, let me know in the comment section below. I'll do my best to get back to you if I know the answer. And thank you guys for watching. I love this. Tupac socks.
You can take my sandals off. You can see his whole shit.
Absolutely. Let's see the whole thing. Oh my God! It gets even better.